That is going to be game number 3 all started up now as PSG try to keep their undefeated streak alive, but DCG trying to end it.
665 bites from Gia. Prompts his electrocute.
Anything strange? Doesn't look like it. No.
Nope. Mind on Ezreal, that's normal.
Oh, Walker just not quite walking into that bush.
Fleet footwork, Aatrox.
Yeah, he did that last game. I think
Probably
it's just against the range.
Ranged, yeah.
Yeah. I do the same on Cassante in my games.
Yeah, no point grass.
I see a lot of people go Aftershock, but especially now that you can just take Absorb Life, makes those ranged matchups top a whole lot more navigatable.
Yeah. I personally am enjoying the Absorb Life meta.
Me too.
Feels a little more forgiving for me as a noob in lane. DCG are starting at the enemy red buff, and PSG somehow always know these things are happening and get Junjia into a good spot every game. So he will not be messed up by this. It's actually Taco is going to take a bad trade.
Zoning RJ away from the wave, though, is the important part here, right?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to successfully do it, though. Getting completely spaced is Taco.
Yeah, but he just has so much sustain, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cascada, once again, on these lane-dominant 80 carry champs, is doing completely fine, doing very well, actually, is probably how I should word it in this mid lane.
There's also just no universe. I'm surprised PSG are contesting these drugs. I guess they can't walk up to their wave.
Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
The spear lands as well.
Betty has barrier. Oh, and this wave is going to be massive, too. This is perfect.
This is really bad for PSG Talon's bot lane.
Yeah. Perfect for DCG, though.
How do we navigate this one, fellas? We saw them try this last time, and it was Woody who picked up a bunch of kills. Flash, he gets the stun, but that is going to be the cleanse as the answer. Is Woody trying to survive as he might. It's going to take all but one auto attack. There it comes, and it's 665 coming out with a double kill.
Damn, and Maple has the TP bot. Does get to catch all this wave, so...
I like that, though. Better than it just going to the wayside, and actually it's going to be quite beneficial for Maple specifically.
Yeah, very beneficial for Maple, who couldn't honestly lane at all, had been forced back so early in the game, by the way. Does a TP out of base. Now Cascada going to be stuck laning against Zeri, and maybe they'll just... No, they'll swap Woody to the mid lane. This is fine for Cascada, who should just be perfectly okay 2v1. It is only Maple who will find himself under pressure here.
Walker getting aggressive again.
This
concussive blows does land, and there's the trap as well.
Yeah, nice chunk onto Woody, who has no flash.
Oh, Ginger here now. Orca does have flash, so not really under any real threat, but a sizable chunk and...
Massive chunk. It's Lilia, scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, Maple all caught up now. It is actually just Betty who is suffering. He was going to be suffering anyway after that bot dive. So PSG managed to salvage something. And yeah, Junjia doing great for himself. Seems 665 seems super committed to these bot plays a lot of the time. And Junjia is just very happy every time they play against each other to just farm. And often enough, these bot plays have just not been working for DCG, that Junjia is just getting massive leads. This time around, though, you know, he's not going to get away with just AFK farming and winning like he did on Karthus in their previous series. He has to do something this game, because 665 is off to an amazing start.
Oh.
Here comes a 3v3.
And Betty's on a real bad start.
Yeah.
CS is getting doubled. Junjia here going to be contesting these Krugs.
2 levels down on ADC. Junjia should never get these Krugs. He gets the whole camp somehow.
Yeah, well played. Just kiting it out to somewhere that's pretty hard for 65 to truly contest, although the rest of the jungle is looking pretty contested. Ginger planting that swirl seed and trying to find follow-up damage as well. Won't be able to do so.
Yeah, and now 665 can't get his own Krugs. Junji is going to go run straight to these Void Grubs and his own, and the Nidalee Krugs, and take those and start building the leads we just so often see him get on these carry champs. Going to be no camps for a long time. Nidalee's bot side.
Betty trying to make up that farm difference.
Doing okay, honestly. Now, can 665 actually get up here to protect his top laner and these Void Grubs? Fights in the bot lane. Really low mana on
Blade, but Orca putting up that wall means that Betty's trying to do damage, but
665 is
entirely. But yeah, PSG, they're aware.
God.
This time they are aware of what's going on and will back off accordingly.
665 falling behind in farm because of this, but...
Maple? Oh my god, that was close.
It's actually very close to Maple just being dead too, by the way. This Caitlyn has ultimate.
Yeah. Doesn't look like she has the mana for it. Maybe she does, but either way, going to be forced back. Doesn't not have teleport, and so Maple actually finds himself a little bit of respite.
Yeah, probably up in this lane.
Archer going aggressive. Taco has ult. I'm not sure this works out entirely for Archer,
I think he has
but
Lilia.
Junji's here.
Yeah.
Lufting Lullaby available. Here it comes. Flash away from Taco. Is it going to be enough? Archer flash, Gnar and stuns. Everything you possibly need as Junja claims himself 1 kill in this game. PSG Talon now on the board. 1k gold advantage, however, to Deep Cross Gaming.
Yeah, anytime it feels like Junji and Aja are on the same map, it is just free kills for PSG. 665 should be getting 6 soon.
Yeah, looking for the red buff.
Yeah, will Junji come contest this? He kind of doesn't have positioning on it.
Woody is looking to help as Orca as well.
Rom is here.
Could be a 2v2.
Junji has 6.
Junji used ult top, remember.
Everything was from Junji.
Find a lot of
just
damage
dead.
here. Junja's just dead. What are you going to block? At least the 90 caliber net is flash forward. 65 going to claim that kill. Concussive blows again, and DCG, they are running away with it as Feng claims himself a kill also.
Yeah, PSG just getting embarrassed through bot lane at the moment. Not something you ever expect to happen to this team. Maybe just too greedy with their lane picks. But we've seen these matchups just be fine for the Zeri Leona.
Maybe now having better trades for himself.
Yeah.
Culling is available. Cascada does have to be somewhat careful. See if there's any help for Maple. It feels like a volatile lane state. If Lucian does get ahead, though, it becomes a lot easier.
Yeah, Maple is alarmingly close to dead, though, by the way.
No, there's no ult on Caitlyn.
Oh, he used ult. Okay. Sorry. Junji going to steal away these Raptors that I think only he has done. I don't think 665 has done these Raptors a single time. And it has been very much in 665's favor. Because look at bot lane. PSG are just down an ADC. Aatrox is getting punished. It's not like PSG are getting nothing topside, but Aatrox is doing a whole lot better than this area is doing right now, and will just be more useful with low econ. So Taco, with his ulti, has to survive a dive now.
Oh god, it's time again.
Yep, speaking of surviving a dive, PSG have to find a way to outplay this.
Okay, no spears landing yet onto Betty. It is Woody, very low. True Shot Barrage does go wide, but the Mystic Shot will not. Maple back here again, teleporting here for the second time this game. Orca getting low. It is going to be at least 1 kill for Cascada there onto that bot lane as he is roaming down.
God.
The wave's cleared, but Betty is absolutely going to be taken out. I mean, 65 has a double on his screen, and whenever he chooses to go for it, there's one.
Barrier even used by Betty, still goes down.
Yeah, and this is Maple. I mean, he's still going aggressive. So far, actually, this could be an execute. No,
just trying to waste their time.
Speed, yeah.
Nice, will very unelegantly pick up that kill, Cascada.
Oh, well, there's a kill
see
top.
What happened top. Yeah, probably just gets Gnar ulted into Lilia ulted here, does Taco. Not a whole lot of counter play. Yeah, I think he got to move for about half a second of that. On the other hand, PSG in the bot lane got to move the entire time. And this is a mistake we're used to seeing from our lower in the table teams. These kind of TPs, TPing into weak side, not something we see PSG do all the time, and it looks equally silly when PSG do it as when, you know, J-Team or anyone else does it.
Yeah, very low health bars. And
Taco.
now back to live. Orca and the rest of the squad here are at Void Grubs. 6-5 claims 2 of them. PSG in total did manage to pick up 4. The game's not over, but it is quickly getting out of hand with a 3k gold lead only 10 minutes in. PSG find themselves in an absolute predicament. Betty really struggling to survive absolutely anything. Made of paper right now is this Zeri.
Yeah, even for PSG, this kind of deficit is difficult.
The play connects onto Feng, but there is no more follow-up that can really come through.
Feng is purely 1v2, by the way. No one even coming to help him.
Oh, Cascada ace in the hole goes not the direction he would have wanted.
I should have stuck, by the way. Okay, how's his E up now? Oi.
Oh.
Close.
Does have Meganar coming up, and
I'm surprised 665 is not looking bot.
Yeah, Cascada's just dead. This is definitely
big shutdown.
Good thing for PSG. Cascada even flashes.
What a preposterous flash.
Yeah.
For Cascada to throw it.
That's positively mad.
Decides to not use his barrier.
Okay.
There was always the solar flare. Gonna come down to, let's see how much.
So 40 CS is the gap in 80 carry, 40 CS is the gap top.
Yeah.
We'll see which lane is more impactful.
Yeah, I just have to imagine it's... I don't think it's that... I think it's just that Aatrox is more useful without money.
Yeah.
Zeri without money is very much like having an angry little fly on your team. Aatrox without money at least is going to be crowd controlling people for you. And probably still just one-shotting this Zeri anyway.
This is true. Kind of game looks like it's a battle of the junglers, though, in many ways. 4-0-2 on 665's Nidalee and 3-1-0 on Ginger and his Lilia. So definitely a game that both of these junglers have the power to possibly put on their shoulders. I mean, 665 already, the early game has been phenomenal from him.
Yeah. Can he turn this into an actual carry, though? That is the difference.
It is very difficult on the Nidalee.
Yeah, but you have to do it to justify this pick. You are in a position now as 665 to completely 1v9 this game. As Nidalee, you kind of have to. Because you're saying that you can when you lock the champion.
Oh. Ginger seemingly successfully defends his top side. One big Lilia ult, though, that's all that it takes really to turn things around, as well as obviously Gnar. On the other hand, though, it's not an easy team, right? DCG, they've got so much mobility, so much range, that if they play around it correctly, it's going to be a very difficult game for PSG talent to truly fight their way back into.
And they are a confidence team, DCG. With these leads, they're very difficult to play against. They play a very fast pace. They play super aggressively, as you're seeing in the mid lane.
Yeah, land Essence Flux and immediately go in. Betty, now, once again, I mean, it's a predicament he's found himself in quite a lot. At his tower, and an Israel and a Nidalee staring down at him.
Oh, God. Feng is just taking over this game. He is just standing in mid lane and beating anyone who comes. And he has not even spiked yet. And another problem with the advantage being top is I just don't think Gnar carries this game. I'm sure Aja will do his best to make me regret saying that.
I've seen him do it before. Now Sako is just dead again. There is no way out here. Lots of stuns and there it goes. To no one's surprise. Maple, on the other hand, though, he's looking awfully dead as well. Is actually going to get the flash out of Nidalee.
Yeah.
Not sure that was necessarily required, but does happen nonetheless. Feng low. Just lusting Lullaby. Yeah, here it comes. Feng does have cleanse. Not going to use... Yes, he is. Okay. A lot of summoners being used. Not sure they're needed.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it is still DCG firmly in the lead. 5-0-2 now is 665 on this Nidalee.
Yeah, Taco can TP to his tower. TP flanked by Aja.
Yeah, Aja's coming in. He has got the Mega as well. He does not have ult, but this might just be enough. Finds a stun onto Cascada. No, he will not. Xenoblade, though, and Woody, that's a point-and-click stun. Betty trying to get some gold for himself will be taken away by that meteor that Aja just threw at Cascada's head.
Yeah, 2 TPs committed. DCG just greeting for the tier 2 there. They had already won the cross map. I feel anyway, but they just go for more there and get punished. Cannot be greedy against PSG.
Maple now looking for a tower, but there's only 1 minion, so...
It was both TPs committed from PSG, so this should be a lot of pressure on the map now for DCG. Problem...
They've only got 1 teleport anyway.
Problem I'm seeing for DCG...
Hold up.
As Woody... Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Orca. We'll put up the wall, and he's going to be completely fine, ultimately.
Now, I've forgotten the problem for DCG. Side lane. Your side laner is a Caitlyn.
Yeah, true.
As you saw, they're very easy to flank and just kill, even with a friend there to help her.
Okay, this should be 3rd dragon of the game picked up once again by DCG. Hextech Soul, even more punishing, many would say, than the Infernal Soul they got last game. So now PSG are on a clock. The timer is on.
Yeah, and honestly, I know they won't, but if they want to, DCG can just sit on their hands here and wait for this next dragon. And just flip 4 consecutive team fights. As long as you win one of them, you get the strongest soul in the game. But I don't think DCG are capable of playing this way.
Well, Taco might be searching out his 4th death as... Yeah, Xenoblade. Oh, okay, World End is going to be used, as well as Flash, actually, out of that Aatrox. I'm pretty sure Woody only used the Hex Flash, so should be fine. Betty has to be careful.
Yeah, look how much pressure is on mid and bot. In the meanwhile, though, more waves this Aatrox clears, the better. Leona has to get back to base now. Fang is shoving down mid. Someone's got to help. Maple's coming to help. Maple's flanking Fang, actually.
Yeah, this might be good. There is Flash on this Ezreal, but is it going to be enough? Yeah. Hold up, bottom. Glacial Prison comes out. RJ steps on a trap. Can he get Mega, though? Flashes away. Will be okay for now as the Lusting Lullaby. And this is looking like a bloody good fight here for PSG. As 6-5 gets shot down, and it's RJ who takes it. Lusting Lullaby was used, but there is a lot of damage coming through as Woody Xenoblade. It connects. The flash from Cascada is too late. And Maple, he goes mid. He kills Fing. He comes bottom. And he kills Cascada and Orca. And just like that, we're dead even with only the dragons to separate the teams.
Yeah, dead even. Exactly the same gold for these teams, and just greed all over the map for DCG. Fang is not hovering to his team here. He should be hovering down, but is hovering backwards and upwards. Here, Cascada gets hit. Yeah, gets hit by the Lilia E. Makes this fight very difficult. Spear goes wide as well, and so does that Caitlyn Q onto Aja. Just a lot of mechanical misplays here from DCG, getting completely outplayed from PSG. Junji, a nice flash over the Braum Q, otherwise he probably can't even chase. And then kites out with these 3 Braum hits onto him, re-engages once the Braum passive is off him. Junji pixel perfect in this fight. And the back games.
But now we are back to live. Not sure what that pause is about, but...
Speaking of, Chris got a 2-0 start this game, by the way.
Yeah.
2-3 now.
Yeah, Collector.
Uncharacteristic.
I see everyone in solo queue also buying Collector first, and I hate it.
Yeah, I hate it too, but I don't know what feels better. You have to go crit, I think, first item on Caitlyn. Just because IE Rapid Fire need to be your next 2 items.
Yeah.
Whatever your first item is. So I think Collector maybe just fits that build best, because Kraken and Static Shiv have lost the crit on them.
You sure have.
So it just feels weird to build it on Caitlyn.
Now PSG clawing their way back in. Betty actually kind of evening up the item situation between these 2 AD carries.
Yeah, Fang is so delayed to hit his Ezreal power spike. He just looks like a normal Ezreal now, not the Ezreal who was shoving a tier 2 by himself, 1v2, 1v3 earlier in this game.
Baron spawning. Remember, 2 minutes, and This Dragon Soul could be all DCG's. Junja, though, he's 4-1. Aja 2-0.
Yeah, and 665, you wouldn't think he was a 4-0 Nidalee this game. He's 2 levels down.
Yep, Eddie getting looked at, but ultimately dipping and diving, dodging everything.
Yeah, would not want to have the responsibility of landing a Nidalee Spear onto Betty. So 665 has landed a couple this game.
Yeah, and 2 items now completed for both Feng and 665. Very, very strong.
Yeah.
Of course, on the other side, though, it is Aja, Junja, as well as Maple, who all have completed their 2 item power spikes.
Yeah, Feng both sums up. Gonna look to get very aggressive here, I think. Has some teammates behind him.
Aja coming down. Rage bar, very high up. Orca going to be face checking. Yeah, he's very far ahead. Aja, though, he has not got flash. Glacial Prison going to goes wide. Vicious, shall I say, and doesn't really connect onto anyone. It does mean that no fight can come out as this Mega Gnar rotation is popped, but ultimately I think you'll take that if you're PSG. Oh, okay. Shot barrage? No, not quite.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to throw the Ezreal ulti. Does so much damage if you've landed the W.
Yeah.
Essence Flux?
Yes.
Oh, I'm good at this. It's really only Cascada lagging behind in this game in terms of items.
And Woody. Woody not yet with the Warmonks. Just picks up his Giant's Belt now.
Wow, recalling still doesn't have it. But you'd rather have a Leona behind than a Caitlyn behind. Caitlyn, maybe the most useless champion I can think of from behind. And not really a situation Cascada had to find himself in. Like I said, I really think they could have sat on their hands and waited for this next dragon and taken it in the most advantageous way possible. Now they're going to be taking this dragon fight from even. Feng,
man, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, Feng taking a bit of poke.
Does have red buff to sustain him up just a little bit.
Yeah, does by far the most damage of any champ on the map, this Ezreal right now. Betty tagged.
Yeah, you say that. There's a chance Junja does. Maybe upfront damage coming in favor of Feng. True Shot Barrage is going to actually hit Betty once again. Very low. Aja got his Narbar now, though. Aja, no flash. Solar Flare lands onto 2. Drowsy comes through afterwards. 65 gets the soul. The Dragon's picked up there. Betty's trying to do the damage. There's a Dragon Soul. Here comes Junjia, though, as he's finding the damage. Double kill now for this Lilia as he's looking for a triple. Taco turns one back, as will Cascada. Junjia trying to do as he might. It's the lifesteal coming out of this Aatrox that's succeeding. So low is the health bars. This should be at least 1, if not 2 burning. And a 4 for 4 is the result. But speaking of 4, it's the Dragon Soul for DCG.
Yeah, and I think we immediately got to see how strong this soul is for DCG. That fight looked like it should have been completely PSG favored. We'll see what happens to Taco. I mean, Feng has an incredible start to this fight, matched by this Woody ultimate that's about to come down. Insane on Leona. With a 3-man Lilia ulti too, I cannot believe PSG don't win this fight. Free kill on the Nidalee too, essentially, but this soul is so strong. And Taco in this fight comes alive, finds his way onto Maple here, takes him out, manages to stun up Aja and take him out too. And then Betty just has to get out of there. Junjia goes down, does trade too in the end, just barely, as Woody looks like he's going down.
Yeah, it is. On our picture-in-picture, Woody taken out by Orca.
Yeah, is that enough to do a Baron?
It feels
DCG
hard.
think so.
Yeah, they're starting it.
Look
Teleport coming through for
damage.
Aja. This time he will have flash, and his Narbar is somewhat up. But Betty, though, he took a recall, and so this is at best a 3v5.
It's gone.
Aja going across the wall, and then we're looking for this. Junja does not land on that.
Can Aja find somewhere to hide? Oh,
I don't know if he needs to find somewhere to hide. Maple looks like he might, as he's just jumped on by Feng and taken out. Betty has to run. Betty does get out.
Oh, that second Q lands for Ezreal. He slows the Zeri and gets his E back up. So a lot closer to a kill than it looks there onto Betty. Yeah.
Nobody blocking the Q, but Hextech Soul would have stopped the base anyway.
Yeah.
Junja on the flank is found by 665 and just trading pieces of damage here. Feng eating forward now.
665 might just kill.
Yeah, Junja getting very low. Actually, 665 is the one that's dead as Junja takes a solo kill, but it does cause him to lose his ultimate. Glacial Fissure also going wide. Betty now taking half his HP in damage, as Archer's going to have to flash away from Feng, who does once again E forward and just being able to play at will on this Ezreal.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like Junji is in the same boat, though. It really is just jungle versus Woody. Trying to find maybe some devious flank or some ridiculous ward to help his team out. Just gets caught here. Or barely does go down, actually. If Brom's not there to queue him, he just walks out there.
Woody's still not with Warmogs.
Wow. That's usually a good sign you're going to lose a game.
Yeah.
Warmogs is so important on these melee supports.
I mean, there is a 9-2 Lilia, and it's pretty much all up to the 9-2 Lilia.
Yeah, the problem is, it's getting to the point this game where Ezreal and Caitlyn are just two-shotting.
Yeah.
The Lilia. Even if you land some heroic Lilia Q to try get your ulti off, you might just die. And the usual Lilia combos you want to do where you're flashing in, queuing Zhonya's, the enemy team has a Caitlyn, you are 100% dead after making that play. Especially if Orca can get a Mikhails for his team, or even just a QSS on this Caitlyn will do it.
Zhonya's ult completed for Ginger. He can possibly find a really nice engage. It could mean the difference in this game. This tower is going to be taken out, and now we're going to be defending our top inhib tower as PSG Talon. But DCG, they're looking unstoppable. Finding so much damage here, even onto Junja. Solar Flare came out. Have we found Feng? No, we haven't. RJ going forward, but no flash on this now is a problem. True Shot Barrage has so much damage, and that's one taken out for 0 as Taco did pop that World Ender. That is going to be a big cooldown. That is down. We don't have Solar Flare or Lightning Crash though on the side of PSG, and DCG now 5v4 looking to finally put a stop to this PSG win streak, to finally cement themselves as our true second seed. Trishkata Flash, 90 caliber net will not land onto Betty as Junja trying to do what he can, but this Hextech Soul is so oppressive. It makes it impossible to ever be going forward, but not for Feng, who does go forward, but he's going to be caught by a Zenith Blade. Doesn't matter. No, it does not. Junja will go Golden Maple, trying to do the damage. It is a flash away from Junjia that saves his life for the time being. As damage coming through, Betty is going to get caught by 90 caliber net now as Archer respawns, but the Nexus is going down, and DCG have put a stop to PSG's win streak and secured their spot as second for at least now.
Yeah, and just when we wrote off this half of the playoffs, we've got DCG seriously contending PSG now.
Yeah.
Those were not flukes. Nothing about those games were fluky. Even that second game was actually a repeat of a very similar approach DCG took to a previous series against PSG, where 665 just insisted on ganking bot side so that he could steal the enemy bot camps as well. But this time it worked.
Yeah.
So it's kind of incredible to see them take a strategy that failed miserably last time and then refine it, play it so cleanly, and
yeah, insanely well played. Insanely well played. That man on your screen there, Taco in the corner, rough game for him, just targeted over and over again, but it was his sacrifices that led to the success of the team. I mean, the entire time he was getting